Hello, welcome to Sushi Live. I'm looking a little bit extra 2D today. And the reason, of course, is that we are back to the cooking streams. Yes, some of you may have caught during the intro there, I've added a little bit of a kitchen to the setup here, this little environment. So I am finally ready to get back into cooking. Before we dive into it, how y'all doing? I've had a great day myself, feeling pretty good. Busy, but good. Cannot complain at all. We're so back, we are. Cooking with the cute little glasses, onion protection. Correct. Doing okay, overslept for work. Whoops, it happens. It's okay. Doing good, says Lord Tang. Pebbles says, Bal Cutie. True. Been okay, says Airnum. 26 says, very tired, worked 10 hours today, but otherwise, well, it's been about the same for me. I've been on it since I first woke up. I wanted to get a lot of work done yesterday, but I was kinda so tired and a little bit burnt out on like programming and stuff like that, so I really ended up taking the whole day off. And then I had to catch up today, so it was busy. It was a tight one for me, but we made it. We're here, and everything seems to be working okay. Work from home today, says Unbigo. Excited for cooking stream. Me too. Definitely gotta rest when your body and mind needs it. Yes, yeah. I'm not gonna say I've been pushing myself with the streams. The streams don't really wear me out. Which is kind of nice that this is my job, and I get to be here at the end of the day, and it doesn't really tire me. But some preparation stuff for the streams certainly does, especially if I have to spend long sessions in front of the computer, programming, modeling, whatever it is. So yeah, yesterday I definitely had to just catch my breath. I was pretty dead. Just get outside, go to the gym, go to the pool, get some exercise in, and forget about work for a day. I needed it. Let's see, who else we got here? Mox, hello. Thank you for the warm welcome back. Ernum says, I did some nice cooking today, don't do that too much anymore. Fried up some catfish and made potatoes to go with it. That sounds beautiful. Hey, listen. Today we are actually sort of redoing a recipe. This is a recipe that we did pretty early on with the cooking streams. It's a teriyaki chicken. Yeah. And it's one I've been making a lot lately. I kinda have been doing a lot of chicken and rice for dieting reasons. And teriyaki-ing it up, if you will. And I feel like I've learned a lot since I first wrote the recipe like a year back almost. So I've kind of revised. What I had. So I hope you don't mind the repeat, but I assure you the process will be different. So it should be interesting to watch nonetheless, I hope. I also could mention that our sponsor is back. And this is not a strictly sponsored stream today, like I'm not doing the main sponsored streams, but HelloFresh is back. They really actually pushed the whole cooking stream concept when I was starting out with that stuff. That's the reason we put this whole cooking setup together and everything. And they really quite enjoyed what I delivered last time, so they've come back this time. And so for the next month, HelloFresh is indeed our sponsor, which is good news all around. It's good support for the stream. Good to keep the show on the road. So more on that later in the month. For now, just be aware that I have a nice affiliate link you will see from time to time that you can click on. And this time, my friends, it's not limited to the UK and the US. It's worldwide. So everyone who lives in a country that has access to HelloFresh, you can take advantage of this and support the stream in the process. So definitely check that out if that sounds like something for you, Mr. Worldwide. Exactly. No, honestly, I don't take on a lot of sponsors, and it's not that I don't get the offers, but it's important to me that I take companies and products that are something I legitimately can stand behind. And HelloFresh, it's a food grade. It's very good for learning how to cook, and it's pretty good value too. So that's why I am doing this. So check that out if you so like. Anyway, let's actually go to the kitchen. I've integrated everything into this new background, as you can see. So let's see if we can't swoop on over. Haha. Gotta love those transitions. Just like zoom in on something black. Yeah, that's the solution. That's the solution. Does it every time. Let's see. First of all, where is our cooking music? We need some music, don't we? Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Hang on, let me get that going. Welcome to my kitchen, my friends. Now, some of you might be actually new around here because a lot has happened in between this stream and the last cooking stream. The last cooking stream was before we did the big rebranding and everything, so we've, I feel like we've gotten quite a few people on board since then. Welcome indeed to my kitchen. And of course, it's gonna be a little bit simpler VTubing-wise because this is primarily just cooking. It's me making food, and you get to watch if you so please. Yeah, from time to time, we like to do this. And I'm probably gonna try to make this a weekly thing again for a bit. So all the cooking heads out there, all the chefs in the audience are satisfied. It's been in high demand to bring this back, so I'm happy to oblige. Improving upon perfection, sure. I'll take that. Boss pal waiting for dinner, yes indeed. Yes indeedy. Hi. Is TTS Bork? Is TTS Bork? Why Shybold? Why so shy, Erdnum? Why are you so shy? Let me try that myself. Take care of all the technical nonsense at the start. This is kind of a... Yeah, I think it's just borked. Borked? This is kind of a finicky, different setup from what I usually do, because I have to move a lot of stuff into board. I meant to type borked. Okay, I'll just I'll restart SushiBot real quick. We'll start with that. Good old little restart. Yeah, so I was saying it's an interesting one because usually I don't stream from my kitchen, so it's always a bit of a process getting this place set up. I have it down to a pretty good science, but things are maybe a little bit more volatile than they can normally be on my stream. That's how it is when you move a lot of technological things around and unplug things and plug them back in. You never know. You never know. So let me restart SushiBot. Bada bing, bada boom, we'll get TTS up and running again. We gotta have kobolds. We gotta have kobolds. I'm sure some of you are eager to do it, so we gotta get that up and running for sure. Sushi forgot to move the kobold's voice. Yeah, the kobold is in my room. That's why it's not being picked up. It doesn't understand because I left my Blue Yeti there still on my stand. So it's like trying to talk into the Blue Yeti, not knowing that my computer has moved. It's a process for the kobolds too. It's a process for them. Bit of a transition. Let's see. Just want to get this sorted first. Apologies for the small delay here at the start. Let's see, did that do it? If I do this. Well, that is so disappointing. What about the dudes? Do the dudes work? Oh man. Oh man. Where's my dudes? Okay, well, mods, if you could pause the TTS and the dudes, I really would appreciate that. I think we'll have to go with that today. I can't be bothered to restart the whole setup. That's too much for me. That's too much for me. Let's get to the tasks at hand. Could you please pause pal, if you please? Just pause those redeems. Thank you. Let's get to it. Teriyaki chicken! Teriyaki chicken, my friends, is what we're making today. It's kind of a favorite of mine. Very versatile, both sauce and marinade that I use for a lot of things to just give it some flavor, especially chicken. I am a big fan of teriyaki sauce with. So, a little bit of a different recipe from what you might have seen in the past, if you even remember that far back. We have bell peppers. I like to add a lot of greens to my rice and chicken. So we have bell peppers, we have onion, spring onion, garden peas, sweet corn. Of course, this is optional if you are a sweet corn hater. I know quite a few people are. Root ginger, lime, chicken breasts, soy sauce, sesame oil, chili flakes, garlic powder. You can also, of course, use regular garlic. It is possible. It is possible. But with both this and the ginger, you ideally want to really finely grate it, so it can be a little finicky. So in this case, I would recommend something like this. Just garlic powder. Makes it a little bit easier. I am gonna do the ginger by hand. Turn that into mush. So look forward to that. Always a bit of a pain, but I'm gonna try. Let's see. We have Worcestershire sauce. Say that out loud 5 times. Worcestershire sauce. Worcestershire sauce. Why don't we come up with a new name for this? Since we always run into this. Pronunciation. Why don't we just call it Chester sauce? Chester sauce. That's the new name. Starting now. From now on, Worcestershire is illegal. You can't say that anymore. I will bleep it. Now it's called Chester sauce. Okay, we have honey, we have brown sugar, we have long grain rice, toasted sesame seeds, if you so please. Kind of optional, but it's a nice little garnish, for sure. We have vegetable oil, corn flour. You can also use a regular flour, but if you want really crispy chicken, then I would recommend corn flour. And then salt, pepper, MSG, and crispy onions to top with. That is the list of ingredients. So, are we ready to start this off? What do you say? It's a relatively quick recipe, but I do have a little bonus thing up my sleeve at the end today. I'm gonna spoil it, after we've made our teriyaki sauce, because we talked about this during web fishing the other day, I would like to make some grilled cheese in the pan that we made the sauce in. So you get grilled cheese with a little bit of teriyaki soaked into it. Yes, I know, cheeky and certainly not healthy, but hey, we can indulge ourselves a little bit, don't you think? I think we can. Let's take it from the top. Open the chicken packet, let it air out. I'm gonna go fetch that from the fridge. One of these days I need to get a fridge camera too, wouldn't that be sick? You could see inside the fridge. Only right. Leg wolf!
Can't stick around but love you tons. 40 months. Less than 3 have a lovely dinner.
Thank you! Sushi postcard reveal. Why don't we save that until a little bit in? I feel like if we front load everything at the start, then we're not gonna have anything to do while we wait for stuff to cook, right? But it's coming. Yes, postcard reveal today. It's coming. Later. Chicken! Chicken, 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 chicken. I'm gonna open this bad boy up. Just set that to the side, let that adjust to room temperature a little bit is my recommendation before you start cooking it. And yes, let it air out. Get that chicken stink out of there. We don't like chicken stink. And then, next step is to boil some rice. Now, guess what? We have a new rice cooker. Because our old, our old one just broke in like 2 months. It sucked ass. So, we have a brand new one over here. I put it over here so you can hopefully see a bit better. Here it is. Look at this. Look at this guy. So we went from a pretty cheap one to a, I'm gonna call this a nice mid-range. It's sort of up there. Sort of up there. It's good. It's quality. It certainly is an improvement from the one we had before. So I think we can start there with the rice, perhaps. Perhaps. So, let's see. I think I'm gonna do 2 of these cups, but I'm gonna wash the rice before we throw it in there. Not something I usually do, but I found actually with this rice cooker here, it makes just the most perfect fluffy rice if you give it a good rinse first. So that's what we're gonna do. Let's see. Get the rice out. Wow. And it's 1 cup. And yup. Put that in the sieve. And I'm gonna do 1 more cup. And we shall move briskly over to the sink and give this a rinse. Yes, the sink camera is back today because we don't really need to use the air fryer all that much. Yup. There we go. Now follow me. Haha, what a beautiful view. It's always kind of depressing when we swap over to the sink, isn't it? Doesn't look as nice. But here we are. So you just kind of want to give this a good rinse, shake it around a bit if you so please. Get in there, give it a scrub, whatever you like. Just make sure you wash out all of that, I guess it's starch? Is it starch? I don't know. But you want to wait until the water pretty much runs clear, and that's how you know that you are good to go, which I think we are. Now, I'm actually gonna just drop this down here for a second. Get the bowl and bring it over here. It is starch. Cobalt soap, yes, yes. Cobalt soap, unstinkify yourself. Available on cobaltshop.com right now, and we are running a big seasonal sale, so if you want it slightly cheaper, then there you go. There is your opportunity. And there is your little promotion. Okay. Bam, in. And then, in the case of this rice cooker, you can see we have some printed on markings here that we're gonna sort of follow. So this is by cups. So we put 2 cups into this, which means we need water up to there. You can see that. For this, you do want cold water. There we go. Beautiful. Beautiful. Can I add some soap for flavor? Wouldn't recommend it. Wouldn't recommend it. Okay. There we are. Now let's shut the lid on this bad boy. Actually, I want a little bit of salt in there. That's better. Shut the lid. And this thing, it's pretty simple. You turn it on. Maybe turn on the power first and then turn it on. And then, guess what? You press white rice. And then you wait. And then you wait. Should be as simple as that. So we'll let this guy sit back here and cook some rice while we get to work. Super convenient. Okie doke. Now, what next? What next? Thank you, Magic Pot, right? So good. So, at the end of this, I have written this in the first step here. We want to throw in our garden peas and sweet corn to steam and just like heat it up essentially, soften them a little bit. We'll do that later. We have a little bucket particularly for this purpose. That is for steaming, so we'll use this. That is in a little bit. So, while the rice is cooking, find a large plastic bowl and add 3 to 4 tablespoons of corn flour to it. Okay? Alright. 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 That LCD screen, I'm waiting for the cooker to reply. I can't do that, Dave. Don't worry, I don't think it's particularly intelligent like that. Okay, so corn flour. Again, normal flour, perfectly acceptable for this. But you just want, yeah, something like this. I always do a little bit more than precisely what is needed, so we get some good coverage. And then we want to salt and pepper this, maybe even sprinkle in some E621, as you know we like to do. So, season generously. And where is my pepper? Where I put pepper? Maybe we don't have any pepper. Might have to use the shaker from our living room table. That's okay. That's okay. Something like that. And I'm just gonna shake it around a bit. Just fold it in on itself. Mix it up good. And I want some MSG as well. And I've even gotten a little separate shaker for it now. I use this stuff on a lot of things. It's not much in the kitchen I cook these days without in some way including MSG. Love the stuff. Love the stuff. Would potato starch work instead of corn starch? You're gonna have to Google that. I don't know. I do not know. That is a good question though. Okay. Now, next, we have to start slicing up our chicken. So we're going to take this, put it to the side. That's a-okay. The return of our chicken. And I think I'm going to get just a plastic cutting board for this puppy over here. Just because these are easier to clean with meat stuffs. Guess what game I installed? Cooking Sim? Fortnite. Sims 1. Oh, good choice. Good choice. I'm gonna put on some gloves because I don't enjoy touching slimy meats. Generally. Generally speaking. Just makes this a hell of a lot easier when I'm doing cooking streams because I don't have to constantly run over to the sink and wash my hands. Easier to just chuck these the second I'm done. Right. So we kind of want to cut this into strips. How big the strips are is really up to you. But of course, the smaller, the faster it tends to cook. So if you are in a bit of a rush, then you can always do tiny little chunks. I'm gonna do something like this. Hello, Hairless Winders. How you doing today? Hope everything is going okay this week. Welcome on in. We are making some teriyaki chicken. Is the plan. There we are. Oh, this place is getting crowded already. It's okay. We're going to transfer this into the bowl in a second. And really coat these strips up. There we are. Okay. So, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get this beautiful bowl right back. And I might just dump all of this in here and give it a good old toss around. You like my knife? Thank you. Thank you. I forged it myself. That is a lie. That is a lie. And then you kind of just want to get in there and toss it around. Make sure everything gets a nice, even coating. If there's any excess stuck on the chicken, you kind of want to tap that off before you put it in the pan, is one thing I'll say. It's very easy if you have too much like flour on that you get kind of a slimy consistency, which is not what we're going for. We want crispy. So always remember to, you know, when you actually pick this up later, shake it off a bit. That's looking pretty good already, I think. Okay. Oh, this guy. This guy needs a coating. There we go. All right, off with the gloves. Put these to the side for a second. And I think we should hop over to the sink and give that knife a good old wash. What do you say? Cutting board as well. Our dishwasher is kind of full up today, so we're gonna have to make do with some dishwashing from time to time. Get that off. Okay. Put this guy to the side. Let's do the knife as well. Cleaning stream, that's right. It's part of it. It's part of it. Can't really avoid it, can you? Okay, there's a bit of corn flour here, but I'll let that slide for now. Right. What is next on the agenda? Let's see. Peel and dice your onion, de-seed your peppers, and cut into thin strips. Okay. Well, in that case, I will actually just dust this off. Bup, bup, bup. I'm wondering if we shouldn't just use the cutting board we cleaned up. Yeah! Put it on top. Onion! Onion. Onion. You gotta have onions. This is another vegetable that is unavoidable in every food I make. I put onions in everything too. Let's first, I kind of just like to do this. Take off part of the root. You don't want to take off the whole thing. Kind of keep it in place, makes it easier to cut. But this is usually what I do, and then I chop it in half, and then we can take the peel off relatively easily. I say as I struggle to take the peel off. Don't cry while cutting it. I'll try not to. I'll try not to. How you doing, Siskin? Is it even a household if there aren't onions in it? You know, it's the strangest thing, but we do get people come in here when we do cooking streams and they say, ew, onion. Ew, onion. And that just makes me think, how do you even avoid onions? It's in everything. Everything. Okay. And as always, the way I like to do this is score it like so. With a nice rounded blade like this, you can kind of cut through most of the way, keeping the root intact, so it's holding it together. And then we go bish, bosh, boom, etc., etc., etc. And pretty much no waste. You can even cut off like that. Yeah, perfect. Perfect. And a bit of peel. Chop that up. Who wouldn't like onions? They definitely have a texture and stuff. Oh, but onions are great. They're so good. The last bit is a snack? Yeah, if you're brave. If you are brave, then you can have a little bit of raw onion root, I suppose. Oh, this is a strong one. My eyes are watering. Oh. Holy fuck. Holy fuckoli. The onion is fighting back. Usually they don't get me. This one is. Woof. Wash my hands. Onion got hands? I think so. I think so. Woof. All right. Let's put this into a container for now. And put it far away from me so I don't have to keep crying this whole stream. There we go. Away with you. Away with you. You're banished for now. Until I need you later. Alright, and I like to throw some peppers in there. I kind of just cut them into little strips, like the chicken. And I usually don't bother to like go around and just pull out the core. I just take the sides off. No wasting of time there. Just like that. And then I'm probably just gonna do with this for now, and then a little bit of the green one. But if you want to cut the whole thing, then just take that side off and then the bottom. And then you can cut off any small bits there if you so like. But yes, I find that a lot easier than a lot of the other methods I see out there. Let's see. I heard 2 advice about preventing the onions irritating your eyes. One is to keep them refrigerated. The other is to keep your blade wet and wash it. Yeah, so the the onion fumes, the gases that you release when you cut onions, they kind of are attracted to moisture, which is why they go straight into your eyes and they sting like a fucker. So what I usually like to do if, you know, I'm in the mood to not cry, then I like to take just a square of paper towel, just moisten it, and leave it like on the other side of wherever you are cutting. So that way you pull the gases to the opposite end of where you are standing. That's usually what I do. And it does work. It does work. A lot of people don't believe it, but it does. Do 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 do. There we are. Just cut these kinda thin. They're not gonna spend too much time in the pan, so for these guys you do wanna cut them a bit thin so they have enough time to soften later on. Hello, Lena. How you doing? How you doing? And I'm gonna stick these in a bowl as well. We'll get our green guy out. I always enjoy going with at least 2 different colors of pepper, just because it makes the food look a lot more appetizing. But they also taste slightly different. Big fan of green. Big fan of green peppers. Can be used for a lot of interesting like sauces and marinades and stuff like that. Okay. Do roughly the same, just chop off the sides. Just got out of a group meeting. I technically just finished working for today. Oh man. Long day. Long day. I'm sorry. Well, I hope you can rest up a bit, and the weekend is at least right around the corner, assuming you get your weekends off. All right. I'm gonna put them into the same bowl. They can become friends. I don't care. Okay, I think before we cut anything else, I'm gonna take a sippy of my drink. I am thirsty. I'm drinking Fanta. What are y'all sipping on? It's just Fanta. It's just Fanta. I wish I could say it was a nice ice-cold beer, but I've completely cut out alcohol for the time being. Really working hard to lose some weight. Pepsi Max. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. Blueberry tea. Whoa. 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 Okay, where is my darn recipe? Let's see. In strips, heat up a large pan over a medium heat with a drizzle of vegetable oil, and then we're gonna throw the chicken in. Let's do that. So we'll get our beautiful cast iron out. Of course, of course. Love this guy. And medium-high heat. And a reasonable drizzle of vegetable oil. Of course, the less oil you use, the less unhealthy this is. But we do want a bit of crispiness on the chicken, so we gotta have some oil for that one. Let's see. While that's heating up, I think the next step is to get our ginger. Log. Oh, sorry for the camera flashbang. Usually the transition is a little smoother. I think I have it set to be deactivated when the source is not visible. Okay, ginger. Now, how much do we actually need of this stuff? I think I put down like 20 grams, something like that. You can also, of course, use some dried ginger, if you so please, for a teriyaki sauce. That probably is easier than having to grind it down with a grater. So something like this also works. But hey, this is a cooking stream. We have ginger. Let's use it. And I like to peel these bad boys with a little teaspoon. Just kind of scrape off the skin. You can also use a knife if you feel like it. This way, you get more ginger out of it. What's the point of living if you don't treat yourself to unhealthy foods from time to time, right? That's something I've been grappling with all my life. I love food. You know I do. Why else would I be hosting a cooking show if I didn't like to eat and cook? Yeah, right about now I am trying to be good. Trying to lose some weight. Health is also important. Food is my strength and my weakness. You and me both. You and me both. Life is so full of so many delicious foods, I can't help it, says Tiberius. Yeah, that's my problem. I feel like I definitely use food as a reward a lot of the time. So if I have a really good day and I feel like I've done good work, then I tend to want to treat myself in some way, which it's nice to do from time to time, but shouldn't do it too often. Those kilos are really gonna start adding up. So lately I have been really good. Gymming lots, eating very little. Okay, I would say that's good enough for now. Dump all these little bits of ginger peel. We gotta survive the winter. I hope we will. I do hope so. Give this cutting board a bit of a rinse. Alright, our pan is probably nice and hot, so why don't we take advantage of that and put our chicken in before we start grating this guy. Sorry, my fat dragon tail is slightly in the way. Hopefully you can still see chicken. So I'm just gonna get some tongs and use these to shake off some of the excess flour, like I said before. And stick them in. It's a lot of chicken. I used one more breast than the recipe calls for, because honestly, I kind of like having some leftovers when we do cooking streams. It's very nice the day after. being able to wake up to food already existing within your vicinity. Leftovers is like the best thing, right? This guy's gonna get pretty full, but that's okay. It is gonna have some time to cook in the teriyaki sauce later. So if all of it doesn't look cooked through all the way, just like when it's time, then that's okay. We'll jostle it around and we'll let it simmer in the sauce a bit. It's cut thinly enough that it shouldn't really be a huge problem if they're stacked at the start here a little bit. Just dump it all in. Bam. And we'll give that some time. And eventually we will flip and toss this around a bit, I think is the idea. Let's get back to our ginger. Whoosh. Sorry for the flashbang. Now, the thing is, that is really annoying with using actual ginger for this instead of dried is for a really nice smooth teriyaki sauce you really have to grind this down to almost like a paste. So I'm using the finest grater that we have, not in terms of usability, this thing is blunt as hell, but it certainly has small enough ridges that we can turn this to nothingness, is the hope. Fresh ginger is also very fragrant. It is. Absolutely. So it kind of just becomes mush, but that's not a bad thing in this case, because we are making a sauce with this. Normally, I would just chop it. Way less of a hassle. Oof. Ginger mush. Delicious. Delicious. Oof. Almost there. Almost there. This one's a good workout, especially if you went to the gym yesterday and did strength. I don't usually feel sore after going to the gym, but when I have to do this, I certainly do. Certainly do feel that in my arm. Ah! Oh shit, did you lose some kobolds? It's gonna be okay. They'll be okay. They went to the hospital. Oh. Oh, my arms. More persistent than me, I'd throw it in a little food processor. Yeah, I could have done that, but we're doing it manually. Sometimes I feel like I rely on too many gadgets. And for a cooking show, it's nice to show that you don't really need every tool in the toolbox to be able to make something like this. You can have the bare essentials and sort of still do it, so I try to do some things manually. Plus, if I used the shortcuts for everything, then these streams would be very short indeed. Ah, a little bit more. Gadgets are nice, but not necessary. Exactly. Do you need a hand? No. No, I'll do it. I'll do it. I do hear that chicken sizzling over there, though, so I'm gonna go flip that in a second. Whoosh. Yeah, let's go check our chicken before we finish this guy off. And I think I'm just gonna get my tongs out again. Not my tongue, but my tongs. And we're just gonna jostle these guys around a little bit. Since we have so much here, I don't mind just stirring it a bit. Usually you wanna let chicken just sit so you get a good crispy skin, but they're sliced thinly enough that I think we can get away with it. Hello, Max. How you doing? How you doing? All right, and we'll give those bad boys a little bit more time. And I think we're there. Now, to transfer this into a little bowl of some sort, ideally. Just get a spoon, I think. Maybe the teaspoon I used to peel. And we got our lovely ginger paste. Which I think it's fair to call it that. That's pretty much what we got here. Okay. So far, so good. Take this and put it to the side. Give this a rinse. Chat, if only I had the foresight to empty out the dishwasher before I started. I am a fool! Tremendous fool. Hospal is here to help. That fresh ginger smell is great for clearing your sinuses too, yeah. It is, it is. Just gonna make sure all of our chicken gets a little bit of surface area. And that is our rice done already, if you can believe it. Just beeped right now. Thank you, Ray, for 6 months of support. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. We can have a little look, but woo. Yeah, that looks great. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get the steaming basket, and we can throw some of our veggies in there, and we can just put that in the rice cooker to steam off. So let's go back here real quick. And if you see a mysterious second person, don't worry about it. That's just Pospal doing the dishes, okay? Helping out a bit. So again, completely optional. This is pretty much just to add a little something to the rice. I like to have a little bit of sweet corn and some nice garden peas. is my preference. But if you don't like either of those, then naturally just drop it. Don't have to have it. Just find it a bit more filling. So, Boss Pal, you're gonna hate me, but I'm gonna quickly just drain some of this.
Free corn.
Yeah, I dropped a couple like
For
a
me?
fool. There we are. And then same with the peas. Right? Nikki says they feel watched. Which is understandable considering they're being watched. Free sink corn. Yummers. There we go. Not gonna use the whole can or anything, but we'll put that in with the rice. It's keeping it warm, so we can just let that steam off and soften up a bit. And I'll just turn that off entirely for now. Okay, I think it's time to get our spatula because the chicken is sticking a little bit. So, I'm just gonna give all of this a good scrape. Okay, what is next on the agenda, chat? Surely you have the whole recipe memorized for me, right? Let's see. Zest the lime and then roll it. We can do that. So, zesting, if you don't know what that's all about, is just taking some of the skin off. So just roughly grate it all around. Smells lovely. As much or as little as you want. I do find it adds a little bit of a tanginess to it though. Nice and citrusy. Okay, like that. I'll put that in a teeny tiny bowl. Put it to the side. And our chicken needs more attention, but I think I can afford to do this first. What you want to do with limes before you cut them open to get the juice is you kind of just want to roll them like this with your palm on the surface. That way you actually release a lot of the juice that is in like the lime flesh. And it makes it a hell of a lot easier to juice before cutting it open. Especially if you don't have a juicer, I recommend you do this. And then, I'm gonna chop this man in half. And I am gonna get our beautiful little juicer. That's one half. Did I say chop this man in half? I did. And we did it. There we are. Lime juice, everyone. We've done it. Now, chicken. Fast. Yeah, it's really sticking a lot. Which is a shame. It's because I didn't use enough oil and I also overfilled the pan like crazy. That's my own fault, but don't worry. It will be tasty. But I do think we need to get started on that teriyaki sauce. In fact, I'm going to set this aside for just a little bit so we can catch up. It's a miracle. Juice from a thing that is ostensibly not juice. You are so correct. You are so correct, my friend. It's exactly the miracle that I performed. Just give that a quick wash. Wipe it down with some kitchen towels just to dry it a bit. And then, what is next on the agenda? I think it's just making our teriyaki sauce, right? Yes, that is the next step. So, I'm gonna get a reasonably sized bowl because I don't know exactly how much we're gonna end up with. Go figure. So, grated ginger. Get all of it in, all that goodness. We worked so hard on that one. Get it in there. Is that a chunk? That's a chunk. Get it out. And then a lime zest. You remember this guy? Chili flakes, which I should have somewhere here. Ryoku. Roar. Well, you don't say. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for 40 months of support. So, chili flakes. If you don't want any spicy kick to this, then feel free to omit, of course. I like a little bit of a kick, so we will do like, I don't know, teaspoon? A little bit more, maybe? Something like that. Sushi Show Ryoku, the peanut butter thing. Okay. I've started eating this. It's peanut butter too. All the fitness freaks are raving about this. And I'm trying to lose weight, so I figured, powder form peanut butter. You just mix it with water. Tastes great. I like it a lot. And then you get 90% less fat. It's good. It's good. I when I'm on a diet like this, I need something to make the healthy foods taste slightly less healthy from time to time, right? So I eat a lot of celery and stuff like that, put peanut butter on it. This cuts out most of the calories. So I will gladly take that any day. Anyway, I digress. Chili flakes. Next is toasted sesame oil, which we should have somewhere here. And just a dash of that will do. Soy sauce. I'm gonna do Worcestershire sauce. This is an optional one again. I just like it. I just like adding it to my Funky little sauces. Sorry, Chester sauce. Chester sauce. We already had this debate. We can't say Worcestershire anymore. Just a little dash. And then, probably the most important part, soy sauce. I'm gonna get my nice bottle of Kikkoman out of the fridge. Hello, Azzy and Raiders. Welcome on in. Welcome on in. We are cooking today. Back to the cooking streams. It's been a hot moment. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Welcome. Hope you had a good stream. I'm here for food. You'll get it. You'll get it. Dessert just arrived. True. So true. Okay. Soy sauce. You know it well. We need... How much? 50 milliliters. I'm just gonna pour with this. And we can mix this up and see if it needs more eventually. Soy sauce, Worcestershire sauce. Honey is nice to add. A little bit of honey. Don't go too overboard with this because teriyaki sauce does need a little bit of sugar, brown sugar. So yeah, don't pour the whole thing in. Just a little dash. Just a little dash will do. And what else? Garlic powder. Very important. Oh, this is a brand new one. Oh, come on. Wow. Oh, stubborn. And how much garlic powder? It says half a teaspoon I've written. That's a little conservative for me. At least a teaspoon. At least a teaspoon. Corn flour, yes. So, at least sort of typically, teriyaki sauce will be kind of thick, sticky, and gooey. So you can add a bit of corn flour to it. Thing is, we've already cooked our chicken in corn flour, so we don't need to add too much to it. Because once we add this to the chicken, it's gonna get some of that infused. But a little bit of corn flour is nice. And then, last but not least, we need some brown sugar. This guy. Now, I have written down, how much? 2 tablespoons. I think that's about right. A little bit less, maybe. Something like that I'm gonna start with. Let's get the crowd favorite out. Tiny whisk! Hang on, do you want the tiniest tiny whisk or the big tiny whisk? Which one is better? Tiny? Super tiny? You want the super tiny one. Stir this up. And this is gonna go, of course, on the stove in a second. It's not gonna end up looking quite as lumpy as it is at the moment. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Its time will come. Now, I'm gonna be crazy and I'm gonna just dip my finger in there and taste it. Ooh. Yeah, not bad. One more. Yeah, that's good. That's good. I would say it's almost slightly too gingery. Speaking of ginger, stuck to my whisk. So I'm gonna add a small dash of soy sauce again. Just a little bit more. I think I prefer to have it a little bit on the saltier side. Let me try again. Damn, this is ginger seaweed. Get the hell out of here. Yeah, that's more like it. That's more like it. You kind of want the sweetness and the saltiness to kind of be perfectly balanced. So you get a bit of both. And that is spot on, I'm gonna say. Okay. And then, oh, one last step. And this one is, I guess, also optional, but I did add it to the recipe. I like having some lime juice in there. It is quite nice indeed. Really just adds a little something extra. But yeah, a big mishmash of all the flavors. This one. And of course you can choose to not add as much lime as I just did. That's up to you. Because it can be, let's see, can become quite citrusy. No, that's good. Damn, that's good. Okay. Okay, happy with that. Happy with that. So, once the chicken is looking mostly cooked through, add your diced onion and sliced pepper and cook for a couple more minutes. I'm gonna do that. That's just to soften it a little bit. We cut it really thin. So, we just want to give it a little bit. I might even add a sprinkle more of oil, because it's a bit dry in there. The corn flour does soak up a lot of the oil, so be careful. Okay, let's swap over. Onion in. And peppers in. And yes, some oil, I think. And we're just gonna give that a nice toss and turn and let it cook for a couple of minutes, and we'll throw the sauce in. Just scrape the bottom a bit too. That's the thing with cast iron pans, it does stick a bit, but it is a bloody nice. Can you show the recipe? I want to try this at home. It's available in the Discord server in the food channel. Free for you to download and use as you see fit. That might be a little bit easier than having to look at this on camera. But it's there. It's there in the Discord. Once again, food channel. So go have a look. Cooking stream? Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Okay. What can we do in the meantime? You know what I think? I think Postpal should reveal the postcard of the month. Is what I think. So, while we wait a couple of minutes for this to cook, then Postpal can steal the show. Over to Postpal. That's not Postpal, that's spring onions. Easy mistake to make. I know. They're just around the corner. So, just to explain, the postcard of the month is Christmas themed, because of course it's being sent out at the end of the month, which means that you will get this probably middle of next month, closer to Christmas. So we kind of get a little bit ahead of time, out of necessity really, because you don't want to end up getting these in January, when Christmas is over. But yeah, it turned out really stinking nice. We got some exclusive Cobalt stickers as well for the holidays. And this here, of course, is available to anyone who donates £15 a month to the stream directly on Coffee. You'll get this in the mail with a letter, with stickers, and my big thanks. And possum kisses, yes. If you're into that. Okay, I think I'm gonna chuck the teriyaki sauce in. Now, typically you want this to be pretty thick, but I actually usually water this down a little bit. We're gonna give it a little bit of time to cook first. Just toss the chicken and the peppers and the onions in this. Everything gets a bit of coverage. And then once it's really thickened, I'm gonna add just a couple of splashes of water. Don't have to do that. Don't have to do that, but I find with this kind of sauce, you want some of it to soak into the rice. And there is a lot of flavor there. Also helps once this is sort of thickened and become a bit more viscous, you can add a splash of water to sort of deglaze the pan, get a lot of the flavor that is nice and stuck on the bottom there to get that off and into the sauce. But yeah, give it a good turn and toss. Make sure there's a bit of it all over the chicken. And in fact, I'm gonna add yet another splash of soy sauce. Just a little bit more. Crazy, I know. But it just feels like it needs a little bit more liquid there. A nice thing about this recipe is you can mostly keep it on the same temp all throughout. Not much you need to change up there. Let's just give it a little bit of time. Again, you want that to really like evaporate and incorporate so you have a sticky sauce left over. Just ate and I'm hungry again from watching. That's a good sign. That's a good sign, isn't it? Okay, while this is happening, I'm gonna quickly give the spring onion a rinse. This you can either add to the rice or you can use it, in my case, as a topping, a garnish. Just make sure you rinse it properly. There can sometimes be a bit of dirt in between there. And you don't want that in your food. So let's see. I think what I might do is even this out, and I'm actually going to get a different knife for a little bit. Because with a more straight blade, you can cut them into kind of like a diagonal sort of shape, and you get kind of a different look. Let's see if we can pull it off. Like that. Just looks a bit nicer, in my opinion. A little bit more, maybe. That looks good to me. Okay. We're almost there, everyone. The elastic band is the best part. You want that? I'll save that for you guys. You can treat yourselves to that one. That's fine by me. And just for organizational purposes, I'm gonna stick this in a little bowl. here we are. Wow. See, I told you this is going to be a quick one. Usually with our cooking streams, we take our time, but even so, with that in mind, it's a really quick recipe if you want it to be. You can really speedrun it, which is probably part of why I like it so much. Super tasty, super quick to do for dinner on a regular work day. Versatile, absolutely. If you have a cast iron, really give that a scrape. So you get all the slightly crispy burnt bits off. Added to the mix. And you can see it's already pretty much thickened a lot. So I'm happy to add just a splash of water in. It's usually what I do. I want some of that flavor in the rice and not just on the chicken. Or you end up with just rice topped with the tasty stuff. So I usually just take a cup like this and then you do like 25 milliliters at a time, roughly. Just splash in a little bit. Give it a stir. See, that's already pretty dry there. Does this recipe work with a wok? Yeah, I don't see why not. And now that everything is nice and cooked through, that I'm certain of at least, we can do a little taste test, see if there's any seasoning this needs at the end. We're almost there. Let's give that a try. Ooh. Yeah, so the big difference there with this having had a little bit of time to cook is you can definitely feel the spice a bit more, the ginger as well. Kind of hits a little bit at the back of your throat. And that's a good thing, in my opinion. It's a little bit more. I think I'm just going to pour the rest of that in. Texture looks good. Yeah, I think so. And you can see this really also helps deglaze the pan, because this has been sticking a bit today. So now we can scrape everything off, get it just into the sauce. Beautiful. I think while this simmers for 1 or 2 more minutes, I'm gonna turn the heat down. We can definitely get to our veggies and rice. And what I'm gonna do straight away is take out this little steamer on top, and I'm gonna pour all the rice and peas straight in. Let me get a spoon. We'll give this a stir. Yeah, I need to hold this thing down, don't I? Just mix it up a bit. We have Juan. Thank you so much for a prime. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Hope you're doing great. Okay. I say we can start plating this up. What do you think, chat? So we have our little rice mix over here. Let me give that one more stir. Just break up the little bits. It tends to turn into a little bit of a brick if you cook it in a rice cooker like this. So it looks quite dry naturally, but we're gonna soak that in sauce in just a second. First time in your streams, and already see how I'm gonna be more constant here. Aw. Thank you, I'm glad you're enjoying your time. We don't do cooking streams every day, but once a week, we aim to do it. Okay, let's get a plate out. Which one are we gonna go with today? This one. Yeah. Okay, we got our rice. And then it's time for the main part. Let me see if I can't fish my cast iron out of there. Maybe get something to put it on, it's so heavy. This thing weighs more than me. We're getting there. Nice big pieces of chicken there. And just make sure you get a lot of that sauce over. Again, so it soaks into the rice a bit. Okay. Oh. Is it steaming hot? And then we need to add a little bit of color to this, right? It looks a bit drab. So, spring onions on top. And I'm also gonna do a little crack of pepper on there. Grind up some pepper. Not too much, but just a little bit. And my favorite, this is kind of an indulgence, but I really like it. Oh, actually, one more thing. I have some sesame seeds. That really also make this look a little more interesting. Almost there. Just the one last thing. And I said this is a bit of an indulgence. I really like crispy onions. Oh, on a dish like this. This stuff, by the way, excellent on hot dogs as well. I think it's mostly used for salads in Britain, but I like it on my hot dogs, and I like it for this kind of thing. Just as a little topping and garnish. Now, I guess the moment is here where we should give this a taste test. First up, I think I'm just gonna increase the brightness slightly on this camera. I want you to be able to see. And then we can get Pospal in here for a little taste test. That's a bit better. There we go. I'm gonna hand this over to Pospal. They can get the first judgment here. So I'll mute myself. I'll be right back. Well, Pospal will be right back, as a matter of fact.
Hi. Pospel here. I gotta say, if you think this looks good, just see it, like from where I'm seeing it. This looks incredible. This might be like presentation and color wise. I think this is like restaurant quality already. So I can't wait to taste it, especially since I'm hungry as hell. But let's give it a try. Let's start with a little bit of chicken. Ooh, there's a bit of a kick. It's really good though. I think you balanced like, I was really worried about the ginger because I saw that you grated a lot of it. But it's not, like you can taste it, but it's not overwhelming. It has like a really nice heat and a really nice sweetness to it. The chicken is nice and juicy. Everything works together. The rice is like perfectly cooked as well. I think this is a slam dunk. Incredible job as always, and I'm gonna devour this.
One more big bite.
Oh,
Get in there.
one more big bite. I get a little bit of veggies as well. All right, gamers. Now that's what I call good eating. Thank you ever so much. I'm gonna devour this in the time it takes you to say yip. So, see ya.
All right. Seemed like a positive review from Pospal. I don't think I've gotten a negative one. So maybe they're biased. Let's find out. Who better to judge than me? Me! So I'm gonna serve up a plate for myself. I'm not gonna eat the whole thing on stream, don't worry. Don't worry. I respect your time. But I do want to give myself an honest review. Because honestly, I've been making this a lot lately. Teriyaki sauce is really flippin' nice for, especially since I'm eating so much chicken lately. And I tend to just dilute it slightly. And have it on top of rice like we're doing right now. So that way you just get a little bit of that flavor and I can still keep it relatively healthy. But let's see how I did. It certainly should be spicier than I usually make it. And a little bit more tangy with the lime juice and everything. So let's plate up. I kind of just want to empty the pan, so this might be a big portion here. but it's for a good cause because we are gonna use that pan for a little bonus treat at the end today. I'm gonna get all the chicken out of it, and we're gonna make some grilled cheese in the leftover sauce. Teriyaki grilled cheese. Yes, very indulgent. Very indulgent indeed. Yeah, that's a big portion. Boss Pals probably turned out a bit more picturesque. It will have to be. It will have to be. Big mound. Mound of food. Oh well. That's alright. That's alright. At least I'm eating good tonight. Big portion for a big dragon, exactly. You get me. You get me. Some pepper, 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 pepper. And let's get some sesame seeds. Again, just for garnish. And of course, my special favorite little thing to put on top is the crispy onions. Need to get some seeds for baking this weekend. Sounds good to me. I wish I was good at baking. I can cook, but I can't bake. Did you know this? I think I've always been more of a dinner person than I have been dessert. This is the thing, so I just never really got the experience, as much experience with baking as I did cooking. So I can absolutely mess up super bad baking a cake and then deliver a really nice main course at the same time. Absolutely how it goes with me. Okay, this is... Holy fuck, what a big plate this is. You can see it jiggles. It jiggles. That's how stacked this is. You understand? It jiggles. So, I gotta give it a try. I gotta. Professional microwave chef here, powered by Hot Pockets. I like your style. If it works, it works. Okay. Where do I even begin on this? Get a bit of everything. I'm gonna stuff this in my mouth. Here we go. Mmm. That's nice. That's nice. Definitely more spicy than I usually make it. But I don't think that's bad. Like I said before, teriyaki sauce, like, it really is one big balancing act. Because you have the salty soy sauce, you have the ginger. In my case, I also have the lime juice and the chili flakes. As long as you can hit pretty much in the center, I think it works. Absolutely. One more bite. It's a lot of flavor profiles at once. Absolutely. That it is. Mmm. I only just realized how hungry I am. As I took a bite out of that. Yeah, it's great. It's great. If I were to nitpick, slightly less lime juice. Like, slightly less. It does cut through quite a lot. But it's good. It's very good. It's not far off. So I'm pleased with that. I am pleased with that. It's getting rather late. Hungry makes sense, right? Sushi makes brownies when? Probably never. Like I said, I stink. I stink at baking. Stink, 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 stink. But listen, that is our recipe today. Revised chicken teriyaki. I think it's a great little dish, and as you saw, it's pretty speedy. If I wasn't streaming, we could have knocked that out in 1/3 of the time. No problem at all. Recipe with less with less teriyaki sauce stains on it is available in the Discord server. So give that a download, give it a try if you want to. We have a bunch of other recipes there too. The hope is to eventually publish a little cookbook with all the stuff we've done here on stream. I would love nothing more, honestly. Honestly, we have enough of them at this point. But I don't want to leave you just hanging with less than 2 hours of stream. So I'm gonna do one final little bonus thing, and it's gonna be insanely indulgent. I just want to make a grilled cheese in my cast iron pan without having cleaned it out entirely, so we get some teriyaki sauce on there. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Yes, a crime, perhaps. Perhaps some sort of food crime, but a tasty one. So, very simple this one. Get some toast bread. Get it out. Get it out. And then I need to get some cheese from the fridge. I'm going to take out some butter as well. Of the salted variety, ideally. Let's see. We have some Gouda. Pre-sliced. Yeah. We're cutting all the corners on this one. Beautiful. So, let's open this bad boy up. And usually what I like to do is start with one slice. And if you have any ham or like salami or something you would put in there, of course you can. I usually do one slice of cheese, then optional meat in the center, and then another. But we're keeping it simple. We're just going for the teriyaki flavor from the pan. So I'm gonna do this. Pepper. And as always, I'm even gonna salt my grilled cheese. And you might think I'm insane, but it really does bring out a lot of the flavor. Don't go overboard. Don't go overboard, but a little bit. Just a little sprinkle. It does wonders. Absolute wonders. And I want just, I don't know, some parsley on there or something. We have some dried parsley over here. Just so when that cheese oozes out the side a little bit, it will have a little bit of green in it, which immediately does make it look a little bit more appealing. And again, this is gonna be an indulgent one. MSG. I mean, it's gonna be cooked in teriyaki sauce. I put plenty of MSG in it. We're not gonna avoid it either way. Not that we want to. So get some MSG in there. It's gonna be nutso. Okay, you can see this absolutely filthy pan over here. I might actually just wipe the countertop down for a second because it looks disgusting. Disgusting. Get some of this off. And again, this is our stupid recipe of the day. I'm gonna throw some butter in there. Not too much. Not too much. So I'm gonna let one side soak most of that up. Don't put all the butter in at once, because we're gonna flip it later on. So we'll start with that. Let's heat up the pan, medium high. Get it going. Let that butter melt. I'm gonna go wash my tongs real quick. Actually, I'll get a second pair. I have to give that a scrape in a second so we mix the butter and the teriyaki sauce together. Have a good one, Paul. You take care. Appreciate you stopping on by. I'm so making this recipe. You better do it. Do it. Get a lot of the sauce flavoring off the sides there. Get it into the butter. Oh. I want a little bit more heat, just a little bit more, and then we're gonna dump our guy in. It's almost time, my friends, almost. I'm gonna make a nice grilled cheese with some smoked gammon and good aged cheddar. Sounds beautiful. Sounds beautiful. Oh, by the way, while we wait for this to heat up just a little bit more, my cobalt tattoo healed pretty nicely. I'm sure a couple of you saw it today. But the last time we did a cooking stream, it was pretty fresh. I had it slightly wrapped up, I think, still. There it is. There it is. Just so you know. Just so you know it wasn't a temporary one, right? Oh, are we doubling up? We might be doubling up. Yeah. Pan is sizzling. Oh, that already smells incredible. Butter and teriyaki sauce, go figure. I'm gonna dump that in there. And you kind of want to just, I don't know, get some tongs or something in. Move this around a bit. Let it soak up the butter and the sauce. Just so most of it looks pretty dry. That's what you want. Okay, okay. Hello, Arturo. Hi, hi, hi. And then, important thing with grilled cheese, right? We need that cheese to melt. So, I have the second half of this set here. Works as a skillet, but also a lid. So we'll pop that bad boy on and give that just a couple of minutes to melt, and we're gonna flip it over, add a little bit more butter perhaps, and get an interesting result, but it should be delightfully tasty. I hope. Ooh, so I guess it's time to pop the question. What have you had for dinner today, chat? Or depending on where you are in the universe, what are you having? Tell me all about it. Why don't you? Fried potatoes with sausage. Nice. Chicken teriyaki. Whoa. Let's go. Polish soup. Yo. You ever make pierogies? Alexis? I love those things. That's one thing we have to make on stream one day. Never made pierogies, but I'm a fan. I'm a huge fan. Vegetarian salad with peanuts and satay sauce. Very nice. Spaghetti bolognese. Nice and simple, but with fresh parmigiano. Bangers and mash. Let's go. Homemade souvlaki's. Oh! Oh, it's been a while since I've had Greek food. Ooh. Had an awesome chicken stew called secco di pollo, or dry chicken. Even being a stew, the ironical name says dry. Guest cook Alexis, I would love that. Get Alexis in here. Teach me how to make pierogi. PB&J. Hey, if it works, it works. I was talking all about how I've been eating lots of peanut butter lately. Sure? Yes. Let's fly Alexis in. Finally, I don't have to be alone in my kitchen. It's about time. Okay, okay. Well, let's pick that guy up and see how it's doing. This ought to be interesting. It's like burnt on there. Hang on. Hang on. What are we cooking? Right now, a mess. We just made a beautiful course, and now we're just making a grilled cheese in the pan. Because... Whoa! Look at that. That's all the leftover teriyaki sauce stuff absolutely caked on. I figured it might look something like that. I'm gonna add just a little bit more butter, let that melt, and we'll drop it in. Let's see. I'm gonna lift this guy up for a second. Give him the full uppies. Oh, did I scrunch it? Come on, boy. Come on. Get up. And then drop him in the butter. Scoot it around a little bit. And soak it up on the other side. And cheese is pretty melted, but I'll put the lid on for just a minute. Again, once the pan is heated up and you've cooked one side of it, I find you have to do like only half on the other side. It cooks a lot faster. Easy to burn, as you just saw. So be careful. We love comfort food, right? Almost there. Almost there. Turn this guy off. Go to bed. Sleep. Good. And you know what? I think that's gonna be enough already. Look at that. Melting out the side. And the trick with the grilled cheese, right, is to serve it whichever side is the least burnt up. So we'll do it like this. Is that... I got so scrunched on the corner. Fuck. Fuck it, maybe I'll do this side after all. Okay. Again, this is our stupid food of the day. We can have one stupid food after making a masterpiece. Woohoo. I mean, the cheese got nice and melty at least. Would you look at that? Well, we gotta give it a try. Let's see if we get any teriyaki flavor. That's still hot. It's still very hot. And what you can do to cover up a little bit of the mistakes we made, just put some green on there. No one's gotta know anything. See? Parsley it up. Now it's perfect. Now you can serve it. That's all you gotta do. Healthy. Yeah, we just made it healthy, everyone. We just made it healthy. We added salad. Okay, I'm gonna take a bite out of this puppy. You ready? Oh! Oh! Oh, man!
That's a good sandwich if I ever had one. Holy moly.
You getting some of that teriyaki on there? Mmm. Oh.
I love healthy food.
Me too. Oh, the cheese is so melty. So nice. Oh. 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 It's still attached to my mouth. Help! Help me! Mmm. Just a nice salad to finish off today's stream. Healthy salad. I'm gonna devour this whole thing. I don't even care. Look at this crazy cheese. Crazy. What the hell is that? Your mom. Even healthier than my salad. This is a salad. What do you mean? It's perfect. See, I'm happy we did that. I'm happy we did that. Teriyaki grilled cheese. Let's go. Woo! Listen, slightly shorter cooking stream today. I'm actually gonna go devour the real food that we made. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. I hope you had a good time. Go try out the teriyaki recipe. Why don't you? Absolutely recommend it. We'll be back with another cooking stream next week. That's the plan anyway. I don't know what we're gonna do just yet. But, always a good time. Always a good time. So, thank you so much, everyone, for stopping on by. I guess we can actually do the horde and everything now. Yeah. Yeah, we don't have to cut it right here. Let's do that. Let's do that. Wow. I'm still very too deep. You'll have to deal with that for the time being. Thanks so much, everyone, for tuning on in. This is not the last stream of the week. I will be back on Sunday. But tomorrow is Friday community night. always on, of course. Welcome to join on in. Always a great time. Great opportunity to make some friends and get to know the people in our community. And on Sunday, we're doing another tournament. Remember, this is Community Week. This is all the stuff you've asked for me to stream as of late. So we are going to be rating all the Pokemon from the second generation on Sunday and finding out whichever is the best. I'm sure there will be no arguing whatsoever. Everyone's going to get along. It's going to be beautiful. 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 But that is it for now. Before I take off, here is our top sponsor. It is... Holy shit! Wait a second. That doesn't add up. 100 tier 2 gifted subs from Legwolf. Wow. I must have missed that one. I thought it was just a single one. Listen, I'm gonna go with it. Thank you, Legwolf, for the 100 gifted subs. Amazing. Thank you so much. We also have the Dragon Sword. I'm curious if this is gonna put 100 subs in the horde now. Let's see. Let's find out. No, just the one. Excellent. Couple of subs. We have a raid from Paul Spal at the start. From Azzy, thank you so much. The both of you. Appreciate you stopping on by. And a few follows. Thank you so much, everyone. I hope you enjoyed today. Have a great Friday tomorrow. Have a great start to the weekend. Hope to catch you on Sunday. If I don't, then there's always next week. Thanks so much. Have a good night. Not gonna be any raid here at the end since I'm set up in my kitchen. So I will just bid my farewell. Good night. Good night.